So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indian offense at the line and set to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more. That's all you can do.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Red,
Now a first carry for their fullback. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And that's why the fullback position was created. You just want a big, strong, powerful guy you can hand the ball to and pick up good yardage.
180. He's coming. Yo.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now it's Trubisky. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
That's scored already. Damn.
They'll run it here with Pierce. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Check it out. 180. Good room. I got you. Out.
They'll try and run with their fullback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, it's Burke. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg. We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Got it.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way
What
on
up?
the football.
What up?
Catch a ball like that.
Uh-huh.
All that. So possession catching the ball.
Oh, I be hitting triangle.
That's aggressive. X is possession. There's catching the ball.
Ah,
He can't get you.
good look.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
so if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They go play action with Trubisky. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A run here with Pierce. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll go with the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches.
Peppers.
Getting it back to a running back and maybe
Peppers.
penetration from the defensive front.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in
Oh,
your
what you
defensive line.
Oh, throw it away. Thought you said on the shelf.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You was about to say something next.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
53, check 53. Here we go, get off the field. Check three.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson looking middle, and it's incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This a 43-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Why you worried about what's in it? Because it's one for later for me. You don't have to eat yours.
Particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds,
I could have two.
and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second.
I could have two. You don't want it.
Challenging your offense right here. You know, hey guys, you help dig this
what?
hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Trubisky. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Trubisky going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that?
Have it to the string. Game over.
Because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
40's up. 180. Double time. Hey, 4 down.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Check back 40! Check back 40!
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set, ready. Get the flag. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We got to get the ball.
Max, what the fuck you doing, yo?
They'll go again here with Mack. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I got a mingling.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
53, check 54.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
That's a night.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They'll run here with Mack. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Again, it'll be Mack. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Back now in Indianapolis.
All night, yeah.
It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
You about to go somewhere, y'all? You about to go home? To the gym.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But to get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Trubisky to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On first down, it's Mack, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
So magnificent. So you got it in, I can tell you.
On the give, this is their fullback. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Thought it was later.
Collision right there, and I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did, so you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mack on the toss. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Tucker's kick is good, and that one ups the lead to 22-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
That's what we did, total. Williams.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. On the carry, this is Pierce. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Going to throw right side here, complete. The 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go in the game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Archer operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coach say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something on the line. Exactly. You got pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit no matter what the battle is. We're going to finish this thing out.
Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. Drop deep, drop deep.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40, Mike 40.
Hey, we heavy on the end.
Here's Archer on first down. Now a desperation throw. Deep depth. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Trubisky to throw again. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this one travels.
This nigga kicking onside kicks and everything, man. Chill out, Joe.
Guys are desperately seeking Susan.
Man. You know, he let me pull up, hop out and do my thing, you know.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Jackson's going to throw it. This one is caught by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well
What's
done.
good, Mr. Buns?
Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter.
Yo, that's the name that popped up on my screen, yo, Mr. Buns.
I only like one game ball.
I ain't supposed to say that, my fault. What's up, Mr. Buns, account owner? That's better. Hey, what's good? Appreciate it. Much obliged.
So for the Ravens,
I'm getting back on. I had to play my season game in Madden against Joe. Oh my God.
The calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year.
I don't want
And
to talk
perhaps
about it.
fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come
I
back
don't
to
want to
action
talk about it,
in
bro.
week 7.
All they're gonna do is watch the stream.
Yeah, that's all you had to do, and you would know. Man.
Oh, why you follow, dumbass?
Hey, Red. Red gone.
He was just laughing.
You was laughing at our game, yo?
No.
Oh, what you?
I got attacked by the wife and the kid, yo. They in my bubble.
Damn, this nigga just shitted in her bowl.
Hey, cool.
Yeah.
Is it raining over there yet?
Hell no, it's hell and
It's
shit.
raining shit in the bowl.
Sun out, Red.
Yo, leave me alone, yo.
How you stop it from streaming, Red?
Press that button, broadcast button.
Yeah.
The share button.
Stop broadcast.
How you stop it from shitting, Red?
You just said Bob been dying, yo.
Man, boy.
He makes sure he's in her home with a large intestine full of shit.
That shit all in the bowl.